I'm good. How are you?
Thank you. How's it been here so far? You talked to Coach, and he said you're ready to be a playmaker, but scoring-wise, that may come. And everybody knew you as a great scorer coming in. And how are things kind of worked out for you?
I mean, yeah, it's been great. I mean, the guys that I have around me, they make it easy for me to really read the floor, and it opens everything up for me with the shooting ability that we have. I mean, it's been great. I mean, with all the plays that we have that gets all of our guys set, and for me to be able to make those reads and get those passes out to our shooters. I mean, the scoring will come, but I mean, I feel like that's probably my strength right now.
How's your transition been? It's always tough. So it's tough from coming, straight from high school to the high D1 program. How tough was the transition at first for you this summer?
I mean, it's been okay. I mean, just the biggest thing is probably the physicality. And I mean, practicing with the guys that we have every day, just learning from them. I mean, it's been a pretty fast transition for me, so I think it's been good.
What's been the biggest difference between Dan Hurley when he was recruiting you and actually being in practice with him as a coach?
I wouldn't really say there was no difference. I mean, Coach Hurley really showed me the coaching side of him when I first came up here, so I kind of knew what I was coming into. So, I mean, I like the coaching that he gives me. I mean, I'm great at taking coaching, so I mean, playing under him, it's been fun. So.
He's mentioned a lot of times how you'll have a ton of shooting around you, some finishers. How excited are you, I guess, to work within this offense with these guys that you got?
Super excited. I mean, all the guys we have are super talented. I mean, they work super hard every day, so it just makes it so much easier for a guy like me or a guy like T-Nude that likes to pass the ball. It makes it so much easier for me, and it opens up driving lanes. Even though I like to drive, I mean, I feel like with the guys that we have, I mean, that's just going to make the game so much easier for both of us.
You said kind of like similar role, not exact, but similar role to what Andre Jackson did last year. Do you see that? Do you see yourself doing that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just being able to, go grab a rebound and push the ball and know that I'll probably have at least 3 shooters around me running the court with me. I mean, that's a blessing. I feel like anybody that has the ball in their hand in college basketball would want that. So, that's been great.
How do you think it's going to work with you and Tristan together in the backcourt?
I mean, me and Tristan have great chemistry, so I mean, that's not really a big thing. I get off the ball, he gets off the ball. It's really whatever works within the set. So.
Is he one of the guys that kind of has brought you in and talked with you a lot since you got here?
Yeah, I mean, me and Tristan, we're super close. I mean, ever since I got here, I mean, that's probably been my biggest mentor since I've been here. Just learning the game, picking his brain on some stuff. He's an older guy, so it's been easier to pick his brain than anybody else. So it's been good.
Do you feel a lot of pressure coming off a national championship with this team and coming in with such high expectations, people talking about you being a draft pick, a lottery pick this coming year, or do you embrace those pressures or challenges?
I mean, normally that would be like a big fear for any freshman, but I mean, with the guys that we have, that takes so much off of my chest. I mean, that I can trust them to, help me and uplift my game. So, I mean, playing with the guys that we have is just going to make me look so much better.
Has your game changed a lot from high school? I mean, obviously you were the dominant player and the one everybody was focusing on, whether it was scoring or playmaking. Do you like having a more specific role here where you can just play make and breathe a little bit and just get in the flow?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the role that I have here is like, it complements my game very well, and with the coaching that we have, it's even uplifted my defense a lot. So I feel like I've definitely changed as a player from high school for sure.
What's been one of the bigger pieces of advice that Tristan has given you to really help with this transition?
Probably the biggest piece is probably just staying composed. If you watch Tristan, you can see how composed he is. Like on the court, he never gets rattled. So I mean, like just being able to read defenses. He knows that I can read the defense. So just staying composed has been the best. I mean, the main thing that he's given me.
How daunting is it to try to play Hurley defense when you're coming fresh out of high school to this level?
I mean, if you choose to come to UConn, you really don't have a choice. So, I mean, being here, I mean, you have to play with that kind of passion and that kind of energy every day, especially with the coaches that you have. I mean, they bring it every day. So, I mean, if you don't bring it every day, it's like you don't want to be here. So, I mean, I chose this school for a reason. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with locking in and bringing the passion to that side of the ball for sure.
That fits your personality pretty well.
Yeah, definitely. Coming into college, I wouldn't say it fit my personality 100%, but I feel like being here for these few months that I've been here already, I feel like Coach Hurley is really bringing that out of me, and it's starting to show.
What kind of influence your dad have on you on the basketball floor?
My dad played college basketball, so he kind of knows what I'm going through as a freshman. So just mentoring me, like he'll send me a message every day, like go be great, go push yourself, stuff like that. I mean, he knows who I'm playing for, the kind of coach that I'm playing for. So, I mean, he's not gonna cut me any slack. He's not gonna, how do I put it? He's not gonna pat my back when I'm not giving it my all. So I mean, he's just not cutting me any slack. He's being like another coach for me outside of UConn.
How talented is this team around you?
I mean, super talented. I mean, we have a lot of guys that can do things with and without the ball, and I mean, we have a lot of athletes. So I mean, it's been really fun to play with, for sure.
What have you seen from Jaden Rose so far?
Jaden, I mean, he's a terrific shooter. He's super athletic. I mean, he's starting to really lock in on defense. So I mean, he's been great to play with, and he's also only a freshman just like me. So it's been great to see how fast his game is growing.
How about Jalen Stewart?
The same way. I mean, Jalen in high school, he probably had like the same kind of role I did in high school, like mainly do like most of the things on the court, rebound, have to shoot, have to pass too. But I mean, seeing him transition into like a more specific role as a freshman too, it's been pretty fun for sure.
What have you learned about yourself since you got on campus?
That I have another gear that I can push to, definitely. I mean, playing under Coach Hurley, he can really bring that out of you. I mean, every day he brings it. So, it really brings that side out of you for sure.
Just to be clear, the narrative has been that you'll be that playmaker and take advantage of the offensive pieces around you, but you're still an elite scorer, aren't you? I mean, you believe you're going to score at this level?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I believe that I can score, but I mean, with the guys that we have, like all the shooters that we have, I mean, that's just going to open up the court so much more for me to, get downhill and be able to play my game how I want to. But I mean, with the sets that we have and the kind of shooters that I have around me and, the bigs that we have rolling at the rim, I feel like passing really could be like really the big key for me this year.
What were the nerves like on first night, like playing in front of, it's not quite a game yet, but being in front of like 8,000 people?
I mean, it's not really nerves anymore. I feel like it's more excitement. Getting closer to the season, just being able to see all the fans that was there. That was super fun for me. So, I mean, once I got out there on the stage, I mean, it went from nerves to like excitement. So, yeah, that was fun for sure. That was fun.
How much have you worked on your own shot in the last year? I heard that you were working on it a lot in high school too. Just what has that been like working on your shot?
I mean, every day working with Alex. I feel like he's one of the best shooters in the country. So, I mean, for a guy like me, I mean, that's second nature to like gravitate towards a guy like that with that much shooting, and just staying composed has been the biggest thing.
When you're working with him shooting wise, do you take mechanics from him? Do you take what sort of advice do you take from him?
It's more like just staying within what I can do well. Like Alex, he'll come off down screens, do stuff like that. But when he tells me shoot the right shots, I mean, if I see it one more and it's me and him, of course I'm gonna pass it. But just taking those shots, and if you're there in practice today, you'll see that he's one of our best shooters. So just learning from him has been the best thing for sure.
UConn is such a historic basketball team in school in general. What was the deciding factor for you to come here?
It was definitely the coaching. I mean, just seeing how much passion they coach with. I mean, any college basketball or any high school player will want to play for coaches like that. Just knowing that they'll be able to push you every day to get to the level that you want to be at. I mean, that was probably the deciding factor for me.